everybody, this is Hellcat back at you again with another cool video. Today is a special day because my best friend from high school, growing up as a kid, my best friend Mike, it's his first time taking for a ride in the Hellcat. Yes, in this video, I'm going to take my friend Mike, that we've grown up together with our muscle cars. Well, let's go back a ways. We first met, I guess, in the beginning of high school. We both had mopeds. We would have our mopeds, we would drive them around together, and we couldn't wait to get our regular driver's license. We had our moped licenses when we were, 15, and then when we were 17, we got our driver's licenses, and we couldn't wait to get our first cars. Well, our first cars were, I had a 1970 Pontiac Le Mans Sport, 350, 3 on the floor, fast car, but couldn't beat Mike's car. Mike had a 1971, tell me if you know what this car is, a 1971 T37 with a 400 4-speed. Now, what's a T37? Well, it's the same. It's basically the difference between a Le Mans stripped down with a GTO powertrain in it. So the T37 was basically a GTO that wasn't called the GTO in 1971. It was supposed to be for lower insurance costs, so it was a stripped down, almost like a Tempest. Tempest was actually below a Le Mans. So you had the Tempest, Le Mans Sport, T37, then GTO. But basically it was the powertrain of a GTO. It's basically, in today's world, it's a scat pack. So if you think of a scat pack as somewhat of a muscle car with lower option trim, cloth interior, that's what a T37 was. That's what he had. So picture that. My best friend Mike, he's now going for a ride in my Hellcat, and we'll get his reactions throughout the whole ride. It's really exciting stuff. Hope you enjoy it. Also, this is the part one of possibly, definitely it's going to be 3 parts of this video. We're going to see the first part today. First part is me driving the Hellcat with Mike in the passenger seat and his reactions. Part 2 is Mike driving the Hellcat, my reactions with his reactions. And part 3 is me driving the Hellcat even faster, if you can imagine that. So all in the safety of Mexico. So without further ado, we're gonna do part 1 right now. Me driving the Hellcat, my friend Mike, growing up together, muscle car enthusiast who actually had a Copo Camaro and a Z06. So he knows his muscle cars as well, and he was very impressed with the Hellcat. So without further ado, let's get the video started, and we'll go back. After the video is done, we'll go over some final thoughts. Enjoy.
We're not recording yet. Now we're recording.
Hello, Mike here. Just finished telling Ral my story about my
Z06.
Yeah, so I had it for 3 days. 2 of the days it rained. Jesus Christmas. 2 of the days it rained, or it was misty. So
watch, we're gonna get pulled over.
What fun can you have in a Z06?
I'll do a pull and we're gonna get pulled over.
Well, hopefully all the cops are in front of the malls for all the Black Friday shoppers. That is a cool sound, though. I like that sound.
Worth the extra $200 a month?
Well, 200 over 200? Okay, yeah. 200 over whatever else? I don't know. And 13 miles per gallon puts a stake in my heart. My car averages between 50 and 80 miles per gallon, depending on how much I keep it charged.
I still can't believe you only had that Z06 for 3 days.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Because I'm thinking,
And
okay, was
Friday.
the Copo yours too, or does that BS
Oh,
too?
that was BS too. Was my story part of the reason you're in this? I hope not, but I had a feeling it might have been.
No, you told me you got that. I had this, and then you said you had yours.
Yeah, because I was. And you found the same article I did. You said, "Hey, this guy owns it," and I wrote back, "Yeah, he did." Oh, sorry.
That was all.
Telling me stories for 40 years, dude. I figured it was about time I got you a story. Did we just drop the transmission? What happened?
No, it was like the.
I know, it's a rumble strip. I know. All right, I still don't know where the hell we're going. So.
Well, I mean, we're gonna. You remember we used to play the game wherever the car goes.
Yeah, but get lost out here is one thing because I don't know where
just
it is.
back.
All right. I don't know where we are.
Do you want to drive it?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind driving it. That'll be cool. Yep. Yuck. Just roll. Don't jump on the brakes. Just roll. See, I've got the motorcycle mentality. If you're not on the brakes or turning, you can pretty much roll through anything, other than deep sand. That's the one thing you can't roll through. But this crap, if I just rolled over it, you're fine.
Yeah, I know.
I just wouldn't go around any corners you can't see, because if they're wet, it could be a problem. It does ride nice, I'll say. It's smoother than I thought. I thought it would be rougher. The Corvette was
It's like, you know
the
how
fillings
much
out of
your
your
car,
teeth.
your T37, that car was a
Powerful.
beast.
Yep. And it was nothing compared to this, to be honest.
The thing was with your car was great from like torque
Yeah.
to a certain RPMs,
And
and then you had to shift, and it just seemed like your car didn't have any capabilities, like say over 70. Like over 70, wasn't it shaky?
I don't think I ever went that fast. I think 70 was fast in that car, but it was the 0 to 50 that I loved.
Yeah.
You know, first and second, get on it. It had so much torque, but again, if I broke it loose, the wheel hop you just had, my car would wheel hop like
The thrill
crazy.
you get with 0 to 50 in this, and then you get the same thrill of 50 to 100, and then this car wants to give you that same thrill, 100 to 150.
That's right, but that's when you lose your license.
Well, actually, according to the thing here, I got the fastest I've gone is like 132. I think it was on the track though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had to be,
in the
because I
quarter
never.
mile.
I think the fastest I went on the road was like maybe 105,
Yeah.
just to see if I could do over 100. And then the track
I was just gonna say, I
phenomenal.
remember his rallies every time I get on the bike. I gotta do 100. I gotta do 100.
Yeah, that's what I did with this, and then you slow down.
Well, if you bring a motorcycle to a racetrack, 100 ain't nothing to worry about. It's 100, 140, 150 is when you start getting, you know, the Cagione starts shrinking when you got a corner in front of you.
That's 90.
$5 grand. Oh, God. That's what I like. Now, is there do you have an exhaust mode? Can you flip the switch, or is it?
No, it's active exhaust. So the more you
okay.
get on the gas, the more the valves open.
All right, because the Corvette had a man switch. My friend Jeff Fink would call it, where you actually told the car, I want it loud or I want it quiet.
That's what the Mustangs do now too.
Yeah, and I left it on loud all the time, but when you started it, it really rumbled.
But notice how it shifted at the right spot.
Yep.
I don't have to worry about this transmission.
You just put it to the floor.
It knows
and leave
exactly
it there, right?
when I was at the track, I never, like, the only thing I had to do at the track was starting in first gear was a waste of time, because all it did was wheel hop or wheel spun.
Yeah.
So they said start it in second, like hit the paddle shifter to
Put it in second and
second,
start
but
there,
keep it in drive.
Yeah.
So you'll start in second. It'll shift on its own to third, fourth, fifth. And I was watching the tack; it would go all the way up to 6.
Right to where it should, right? Yeah.
It shifted at 6.
Yep.
Like
And
some guys,
quickly,
they
yeah.
want some guys have set the shift at 7,000 RPMs.
Yeah. Well, you have to look at the torque curve. You have to see like where it's the peak, and that's where you want it to land in the next gear. That's the goal. So does it tell you what gear you're in? I can't see it.
No, that's the only thing you don't know.
All right.
Unless you have the.
Not even over here?
Nah, unless you have the pad. Unless you have it.
Oh, if its paddles are on, then it'll tell you.
Yeah, if it's
Oh, okay,
manual
okay.
mode, it'll tell you. But if you're in drive,
I got it.
it's an 8-speed transmission. So
Yeah. That can handle 700 horsepower. Jesus.
707.
Yeah. So I'm just curious. Put it in valet mode. Can you do that from here?
I can do. Well, actually, you know what? Let's try 5.
I'm just curious, like what the difference is. Like, does the supercharger shut off, or what happens? Like, you'll know the difference instantly, right?
Yeah.
You know
Well, the thing I don't like about 500 mode is that it turns the transmission from sport to street.
Oh, automatically.
That was the one thing. Like, if I'm going to do a video on the 5 things I love and the 5 things I hate about this car, and the one thing I hate about the car is
that you can't.
is that I love the sport transmission.
But you can't do this with 500. Ah.
See that?
Okay.
Level unavailable. So now if I go,
So now it's still fast. It just doesn't. It doesn't feel dangerous.
it doesn't feel like it still moves, but it doesn't move. It's like you want the 700.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's
Well, that's
see.
what you bought. You know, that's what you bought it for. I'm just curious what the 300 sounds like. Feels
Oops,
like.
we don't want to do that. Put this back. Back to 707. We go auto. Now auto's eco mode.
Oh, so now it's a Charger with no supercharger.
No, it still goes fast, even in eco mode.
Yeah. Well, it's a big V8. You know, it's got natural power. That's eco. No, it's not.
That's eco mode.
You know what I'd like to see? Do this for me. Next time you're at a track, do a track run and then do one in eco and see what happens. I want to see the time difference because that was a lot of power.
Yeah.
That might not have been all the power, but that was a lot of power. Sussex County, where the hell are we?
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Actually,
It's probably going to want you to get back on Route 80, which I don't think you'll complain about, right?
Recent. We're now 25 minutes from his house.
Yeah. So we went pretty much in a straight line away from his house. That's
well, you know when we made the right.
Yeah.
And I did that pull.
There was another right to make.
There was another right to make where it said Route 80. We probably should have taken that right, but then
Yeah.
that would have been a short ride.
Yeah. Challenger RT.
Yeah, it's the older ones. Can't believe that body style has been around since 2000.
Yeah, it still looks.
Route recalculation.
Still looks sharp to me. I like it. I like the Challengers.
Okay, so.
All right, I want to play.
What? Now what are you doing? You can't shift.
Oh, I can't. Oh, because of eco, huh?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, paddles either? You can't do paddles?
All right. Well, let's see. Hold on. First, let me turn this sucker off because this is going to just drive me nuts.
Does it keep telling you you're going the wrong way?
Back to me.
Ah, she's back. She woke up.
So well, if I hit this once, it takes me back to what it was, and if I double tap it, it goes right into the custom mode.
That's cool. Okay.
Alright, so.
And you have a red key somewhere? Is that what we're using?
Oh, so I'm in 5th gear right now.
Hold and paddle tags. I don't see 5th. Where is it?
Right.
No, I can't see it from here. From this angle. The tack has a cup on it. I can't see around. And the air's been on all this time too.
What's that?
And the air's on all this time.
Well, it's not really AC. It's sort of like the heat.
Oh.
Now, what happens when you're doing the paddles? If you don't shift it for a while, then it goes right back into drive.
Because it thinks you forgot. Yeah, that's a safety they all built in, I think. Because I've had that in like a Jeep, like a rental car, some Mazda or Toyota, whatever, and you paddle shift it to 3rd, and then you accelerate and lift and accelerate, and all of a sudden you're in 6th. It just shuts off like it.
If I put it in manual mode. See, the one thing I don't like about the manual mode is that
slower?
It's the opposite of what the Infinity was. When you're downshifting, you want to go down.
Yeah, that's up.
And when you want to upshift, you want to go up.
Plus, it's
the opposite.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah, I know.
You would think faster is forward. That should be 3rd, 4th, 5th. Yeah, I like the paddles better. But like you said, the automatic is so good.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, I played a lot with the paddle shifters and the manual mode, but the way I see it is, it downshifts when it's supposed to downshift. It upshifts when it's supposed to upshift. You don't have to worry about, like with the Infinity, even in sport mode, I would still play around with shifting.
Because it wouldn't do what you wanted.
Because it just would not ever be in the gear I wanted it to be in, because the transmission sucked in that car.
Yeah.
This transmission knows what gear to be in at all times.
Yeah, that's good. That's why manuals are going the way of the dodo bird. Manuals are just about dead.
And it has so much power
in any gear, right?
That it only has to, like whatever this in sport transmission, right? It's in the best gear possible at the speed that you're at. And if you want to go a little bit faster, it knows that only one gear up will get you where you need to go. It doesn't have to. With the Infinity, it would have to upshift
it 3 times, right? Yeah.
It was searching for what gear to be in.
Huh.
Every time I do that,
I can't get tired of it. Again,
it never gets old.
Just roll through it. How big is the gas tank? Like if it's empty, how much does it take to fill it?
I think it's like a 18-gallon tank.
Jesus. My car is 10. I get sick.
The most I can get
5 to 700 miles most of the time.
At least with the Infinity, I would get like 300 miles to the tank. With this thing, with this thing, it's like 170.
Oh, God, that's like a motorcycle gas tank.
Yeah. Well, when I started today, I had almost a full tank, and I'm almost down to a half tank.
God. It's just dead dinosaurs, right? There's plenty to go around. Might as well get yours while they're good to be gotten for the next couple of years.
You want to drive it?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'd like to know where I'm going. Or where I should go.
I'll just turn around and go the opposite direction.
Yeah, but I don't want to go into the sun. This way's better. I'll figure it out. Just keep going.
I'll go in this parking lot here.
All right. Meyer Electric. He's telling you
It's
go.
loud, but it's not too loud.
He gave you the high beams like 6 times, but
Who?
that guy, he was letting you go.
I'm looking at my... Oh, you can't go in this way? Oh, you have to go this
around.
way.
I'm sorry. Private driveway. Let's go light him up in there.
That's the thing. The tires just... Like, you saw how I did the burnouts and stuff. The tires just...
Strong, yeah.
They just want to spin and
Oh,
spin
I thought you meant holding up.
spin
Yeah.
and spin.
Well, they're street tires, you know? They're not... They aren't and never will be made for this kind of power. Because if they hooked up every time, if they were that soft, especially in winter, they'd be dead in 5,000 miles. That's how motorcycle tires are.
As far
You
as,
pretty much change motorcycle tires every year. If you ride hard, I mean, guys go through 5 or 6 sets in a season if they're racing, if they're pushing really hard.
But if you have those soft stick tires.
on a regular track day, people change tires every 3 weeks. It's just routine. You have to. You don't have the grip.
And what the thing I love about this car, let me just turn the seats off because I'm burning my butt.
Yeah, I was going to ask if it was on or not.
Oh, you didn't have your heated seat?
No, I didn't want to. I don't like that shit. Unless I'm really cold.
Turn that off. It has a heated steering wheel.
That I like.
It's not on right now.
My car doesn't have that, and I wish it did. That's the one thing I wish it did.
It also has the heated seats in the back too. It also has air conditioned seats.
Yeah, why don't you sit in the back?
No. It also has air conditioned
You'll
seats.
be in a better view of the camera.
This thing has everything that the Infiniti has, except for the radar guided cruise control.
Oh, okay.
Or adaptive cruise.
It doesn't have any? Just
the
regular
Hellcats
cruise?
didn't have that as an option. I think this year, 2019, I saw a Challenger Hellcat with the adaptive cruise.
To be honest, I hate it. I have it in my car and I turned it off.
But in this car, I never
work.
even use the cruise control. You don't want to. You just want to be on the. You just want to use the gas pedal. So you're the second person to ever drive this car.
You and me?
I mean, third. You're the second person.
It isn't you.
That isn't. Yeah.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the video of me taking my best friend Mike for a ride in my Hellcat. Yes, we've been talking about it for months. He's always wanted to go for a ride in it. We went for a ride in it and he had a blast. Sorry we cut the video short because we got out of the car and it's now his turn to take a ride. So, hope you enjoyed part 1, me driving the Hellcat with Mike in the car. Part 2, coming up after this, is going to be Mike driving the Hellcat. And then part 3 is me driving the Hellcat faster. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Look forward to the next 2 videos coming out after this because it's really good content, really good stuff, really good rides in the Hellcat. Hope you enjoyed the video. And if you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button, tap the bell notification so this way when I post part 2, you'll get to see Mike driving the Hellcat and his reactions. Also, like the video, put in a comment, share the video with everyone you know. And for all those that are my current subscribers, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're over 300 subscribers now. I'm so excited. Can't wait to get to 400 and then 500 and up to 1,000. But thank you for all my current subscribers. You're the best, the OGs of Ral Hellcat channel. Definitely appreciate you. And well, without further ado, it's cold. I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna go in and finish editing this video so I can post it up for you. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Without further ado, I'll give you peace, 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 peace. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day. Get ready for part 2 in a few days. Peace.